Welcome back to the channel. Just had some fun in Mr. Gomez's beautiful ZL1 Camaro. We completed our 1,000 horsepower package on. As y'all can see, it has some nice Weld wheels, 18-inch Mickey Thompsons on the back of it, and it still had fun, even in this heat, blowing the tires off in second and third gear. Had an absolute blast. Let me pop the hood and show you what our 1,000 horsepower package includes for the new ZL1 Camaros.
Experience the thrill of unrivaled performance. Our team of experts takes your ride to the next level. From horsepower gains to custom enhancements, we deliver results. Late Model Racecraft. We talkin' or we racing?
All right, so Mr. Gomez shipped us this baby all the way from New Mexico. Shitty gas, 91 octane. He shipped it to us with Cook's headers and Corsa exhaust already on it. And we went with our complete 1,000 horsepower package. Again, 91 octane being our limiting factor as far as how far we can push this thing safely. So we decided to do 91 octane with the fuel additive for the fuel for our 1,000 horsepower package. So 1,000 horsepower package, engine comes out, complete heads and cams. So the cylinder heads are fully CNC'd. Our custom grind camshaft. Y'all can see the ATI lower balancer on it to spin the supercharger harder. We get rid of the stock 1.7 liter supercharger, install the nice Magnuson 2650. And for the Magnuson 2650s, because it is a bigger supercharger, y'all can see we put nice billet valve covers on it, which moves the coil packs farther down. It gives it room for the larger supercharger. If not, you have to use modified brackets and they just don't look good. So the nice billet valve covers just look so much better on a package like this. Then from the supercharger, because of the 91 octane again, we went with a large custom 120 millimeter elbow for the 120 millimeter larger throttle body. Again, we're trying to make this as efficient as possible because we know we're not gonna be able to run a lot of timing in it when it comes to tuning to try to get us to that 1,000 horsepower mark, right? So I think it came in with headers and the Corsa on it, making like 530 rear wheel horsepower, I believe. And I think we stopped, it was either 825 or 835 rear wheel horsepower. Again, guys, we have to keep the timing conservative, the boost conservative because of the fuel. So he's gonna run 91 octane with the fuel additive to at least get it to, it should be close to 93, but we still tune it on the conservative side just in case he gets bad gas over there because they're not always great gas on the West Coast, with the fuel additive just to keep it safe. So full heads cam, Magnuson, roughly I'd say 14.5 pounds of boost, very safe, very reliable to keep the intake air temps down so he can hop in this thing and roll race the hell out of it or drag race it and not have to worry about it heat soaking really bad and losing 50 or 60 rear wheel horsepower after every pull he makes. So full heads in cam, more boost. We do have a custom breather that you can't see, vents off of each valve cover, sits in the fender, vents to the back. That way you get no no smell under the engine bay, which will then go into the cab so it doesn't smell. And again, y'all can see, guys, he does race this car. He is gonna use it. It's not gonna just sit in the garage and look at it. It has a nice Weld 18-inch wheel set up on it with a good Mickey Thompson on it. And I just went and had some fun in it to test it. I tried second gear with traction control off, and I can just tell you guys, it just blew through the tires. Second and third gear. And again, if it was my car, I probably could have stayed in it and made a full pass, but customer vehicle, it's not worth it. That's why I tell customers, leave traction control on for the very first pull that they make. So I made another pull, turned traction control on, and y'all can see it make a full run in 105-degree weather. It's still a mid 5-second 60 to 130 car. So this thing with the Corsa exhaust sounds a lot louder than stock. A lot of the builds we do have the factory mufflers, so you make it quiet or loud. This thing is loud all the time, but inside the cab is not bad. On the outside, on the other hand, you pull into a parking lot with the camshaft in this thing and the Corsa exhaust, you'll hear this thing chopping its ass off. Everyone will know he has something done to it. So let me start it up now, let y'all hear this thing, and I hope you enjoy the street drive I did.
everybody's gonna be out there like getting the same LMR freestyle.
On this side, I'm gonna get LMR.
All right.
Hopping in Mr. Gomez ZL1 Camaro 1000 horsepower package. We are on an 18-inch Weld Mickey Thompson. So we're gonna see if we have any traction. I always leave traction control off the first pull. I'm gonna turn traction control off for the first pull on this one, just to see how it feels. And then we can turn it back on if we need to. With the Corsa exhaust on this thing, it screams. I mean, normal driving is okay. At a stoplight, just at idle, man, it's really loud. It sounds good. Wide open throttle. On the dyno, this thing was screaming with the Corsa mufflers on them. They're completely different than factory mufflers that are with the dual mode that open and can close. The Corsa is just loud all the time, but it sounds really good. The exhaust note on these sound phenomenal. So yes, we are going to, I'm going to probably try second gear just to see if we get any traction. It is another 105 degrees outside after lunch. Second gear, go to like 4,000 RPMs. Jeez. Spun second, spun through third. I just let out. I'm gonna turn traction control. Now that it has heat in it, it might hook a little bit better. We could do a third gear pull, I think would work, but second it just blew the tires off pretty damn good. So I'm gonna turn around. Let me get the traction control on. Let's do that again. This thing's making some torque. Oh, that's fun. That is fun. Alright, let's leave traction control on. Do that one more time. Alright, y'all saw that spin like crazy. That's why we make them auto upshift in manual mode. So you can concentrate on the road and keep your hands on the wheel, having to look at watching. I could have probably stayed in it and let it auto upshift all by itself. But now I'm gonna leave traction control on so we can make a full pull. Run it through the gears a little bit more. Mid 5-second 60 to 130 ZL1 is fun as shit to drive, especially in these horrible conditions. Again, 91 octane with the fuel additive in it at all times to keep this thing safe. Mr. Gomez is in New Mexico. 91's the best fuel that they can get. It sucks, but it is what it is. So to make these kind of power, reliable, to be able to do that over and over again, the Magnuson, the 2650 keeps it nice and efficient, keeps our air temps good, even though it's 100 and something degrees outside. As well as we put a larger throttle body on this one, a larger elbow. We tried to make this one as efficient as possible because we knew we were gonna be limited with our octane rating. That was gonna be our crutch, I call it. Octane's always our limiting factor on how much power we can make with cars. Obviously, if we could put race gas or 85 in everything, we can make a lot more horsepower safely. But for what this car is, man, that's a handful to drive. Y'all saw me traction control off. I probably could have stayed in it if I got used to the car. If it was my car, I would, but customer vehicle, it's not worth it. I just want to show you guys. That's why I tell most customers, leave traction control on for the very first pull. Then, if you get used to it, then turn traction control off. Do that a couple times until the tires get hot, and then you feel comfortable. Then you can make a full pull and stay in it. So, man, another 1,000 horsepower package complete. Going back to New Mexico, Mr. Gomez, thank you so much for letting us build this bad boy. When you want more power in the future, we can look into doing possibly E85 or something like that to help take care of the 91 octane problem, or race gas all the time. But again, octane is a limiting factor with this package right now, but it is a blast to drive. Sounds so good with the Corsa on it, still drives super nice. And then when you want to go out and play with somebody, man, this thing's gonna outrun most cars. That's why it's good to have good wheels and tires on a car like this, because you can actually use the horsepower. If this thing's had 20-inch wheels on it, man, even putting a Toyo on it, it would work, but you'd have to do a third gear pull. You wouldn't be able to go from second. So I hope you enjoyed it, Mr. Gomez. Be careful with it, have fun. And those of you that follow our channel, please comment below. Like I said, usually for the first hour after we upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll respond to some comments. So if you have questions about this car or build, comment below. If you have comments or questions about anything else, comment below and I'll answer as best I can. Until next time, guys. Alright.
Yeah.
Look, it's right there. Hey, it's right there. There you go.
Oh.
Did it bee?
Oh, it stung me.
Look.
Is that a bee?
Yep. Do they die after they sting?
I hope so.
Look.
Little fucker.
Look, it's right there.